Welcome to the Brain Alpha. Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to uncover the shocking neuroscience behind why our own brains are basically actively working against our goals. I mean, have you ever wondered why genuine change feels practically impossible, even when you want it so badly? You know the drill. You read the self-help books, you set those early morning alarms, you buy the fancy planners, and yet, somehow, you end up right back where you started. Well, today, we're unpacking some truly groundbreaking research to show you exactly how to break that invisible, subconscious programming once and for all.
So, we've all been trapped in this highly relatable, kind of frustrating 3-day failure cycle. You decide on a Sunday night that you're absolutely going to get in shape. You meal prep the chicken and broccoli, you drop cash on expensive running shoes, but by Wednesday evening, you're sitting on the couch eating a massive slice of pizza. Or maybe you swear you'll finally launch that new side hustle, but by the weekend, you're binge-watching Netflix instead. Why does this biological sabotage always happen? Why does our own biology just completely betray our best intentions?
Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The 3-day failure cycle. 2. Your subconscious computer program. 3. Layer 1. Limiting beliefs. 4. Layer 2. Emotional addictions. 5. Layer 3. Physical habits. And finally, 6. The ultimate reset. Meditation.
Section 1. The 3-day failure cycle. Section 2. Your subconscious computer program. To really understand this, we have to look at the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And that brings us to a frankly terrifying number, 35. See, Dr. Dispenza found that by the time you reach the age of 35, your identity is almost entirely hardwired into your brain's neural pathways. Just think about that for a second. Your reactions, your daily routines, your default moods, pretty much your entire worldview, they've all solidified into a rigid, automated script. All that vast, flexible neuroplasticity you had as a kid, it's rigidified into these deep, well-worn grooves in your brain. In fact, 95% of who we are by that age is simply a subconscious computer program. It's literally a highly efficient algorithm of memorized behaviors and emotional reactions. You might wake up and think you're making conscious, free-willed choices every morning when you pour your coffee or drive to work, but 95% of the time, you're really just a program running in the background, endlessly repeating yesterday. You're practically sleepwalking through your own life. And there are 3 deep layers to this subconscious programming that are keeping you chained to your old self: limiting beliefs, emotional addictions, and physical habits. Think of these as a self-reinforcing trifecta. If you try to fix just one element, like, say, trying to upgrade the standard American diet to something healthier, without addressing the deeper emotional and belief layers beneath it, your brain is going to violently pull you right back to your baseline. You absolutely have to dismantle the whole system.
Section 3. Layer 1. Limiting beliefs.
Let's look at the conflict happening in your mind right now. Your conscious goal might be to eat a healthy salad for lunch. But if your subconscious belief is, I am an out-of-shape person who lacks discipline, your brain will actively override that conscious desire. It'll steer you straight toward the pizza and soda. Why? Because the brain absolutely hates cognitive dissonance. It wants internal consistency. So it optimizes your behavior to perfectly align with the limiting belief it already holds about who you fundamentally are. Section 4. Layer 2. Emotional addictions.
Dr. Dispenza notes that emotions are simply the chemical products of past experiences. So the anxiety, sadness, or frustration you feel right now, it isn't actually happening in the present moment. It's really just a chemical echo. When you feel a sudden surge of anger or stress, it's often just your brain keeping a past trauma or a past annoyance alive through a fresh injection of cortisol and adrenaline. You're effectively reliving the past on a cellular level.
To make matters worse, the evolutionary odds are naturally stacked against us here. Research cited by the National Science Foundation shows that about 80% of human thoughts are inherently negative. Things like fear, stress, anger, hypervigilance. Now, this intense negativity bias kept our ancient ancestors alive when they were escaping predators, but today, living in modern American society, it just dominates our mental landscape. It chronically spikes our stress hormones over things that aren't actually life-threatening at all. And here is where it gets crazy. Your body actually becomes chemically addicted to these negative feelings. If you don't hit bad morning traffic on your daily commute to trigger your usual morning stress spike, your body will actively seek out a replacement. It'll fixate on the crappy weather or get absolutely furious about a late Uber Eats delivery just to get its daily fix of adrenaline and cortisol. You aren't consciously choosing to be mad. Your very cells are demanding their familiar chemical baseline.
Section 5. Layer 3. Physical habits.
Consider the ultimate mind-body disconnect. Your conscious mind screams at you to go to the gym after work. It knows you need the exercise. But your physical body, it acts before you can even process the thought. By the time you get home, muscle memory takes over, and your body almost instinctively plops you on the couch with a cold beer. Before your conscious brain can mount a defense or form a counter-argument, the body has already executed its memorized routine.
Through endless repetition, the body literally becomes the unconscious mind. In neuroscience, there's this concept called Hebb's law, which dictates that neurons that fire together wire together. Your body becomes so highly trained in its bad habits that it performs them infinitely faster than your conscious brain can intervene. At this stage, your physical body has effectively thrown your conscious mind into the trunk and taken over the steering wheel completely.
Section 6. The ultimate reset, meditation.
So how do we fix this? We have to strip away the mystical stereotypes completely. In this context, meditation is not about magic, mysticism, or religion. It's a purely biological, scientifically backed tool used to intentionally slow your brainwaves. You're consciously shifting gears from a high-stress, rapid-fire beta state down into a highly suggestible, relaxed alpha or theta state. By doing this, you're effectively hitting the brakes on your brain's default mode network. You're manually shutting down the autopilot so you can actually access the operating system. In practice, it happens in 3 crucial steps. First, you disconnect from your environment. You close your eyes, you put in earplugs, you completely shut out external stimuli. Second, you silence the mental chatter. And third, you become the objective observer of your thoughts without reacting to them. When you observe a stressful thought without attaching the usual chemical emotion to it, you literally snap the neural circuit. You stop the brain's automatic chemical addictions dead in their tracks. As you sit there, your brain is inevitably going to start throwing a tantrum. It'll say it's bored, it's starving, it absolutely needs to check your phone right now. Your only job is to watch those excuses pass by like clouds without taking action. By ignoring these impulses, you literally starve those old neural pathways of energy. Through a biological process called synaptic pruning, the brain actually begins to break down the old identity, physically rewiring itself and showing your body who is really the master. So I want to leave you with one serious question. Who do you want to be 1 year from today? Do you want to be trapped in the exact same subconscious loop, a prisoner to the exact same limiting beliefs and emotional addictions? Or are you ready to finally step out of the passenger seat, deliberately rewrite your brain's hardwiring, and take your life back?
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.